So first season in the books here at McNeese State. Looking back now, what was your biggest takeaway from your first season as head coach?
Well, you need more bodies and need to stay healthier longer, right? You know, but no, takeaway. It's a really good conference. We were really close in a lot of games, and I thought we'd finish the season strong. Great to see the team continue to work hard and find a way to win, and that's carried over into the off season and through the summer. So, but it's like anywhere else, right? And those that stay the healthiest, the longest, have their best opportunity to win football games. And it's a very talented conference, and we needed to get better in some areas, and we did that through recruiting.
I think the quarterback position, you guys brought in a lot of talent for this upcoming season. What are you and your staff looking for in a starting quarterback, and when do you guys expect to make that final decision?
Yeah, there's no secret that was kind of our Achilles heel last year, and that's got to be your best player, right? So going into this offseason and in recruiting class, I wanted to make sure we got a couple guys that had stats, who had played at the collegiate level, and both these transfers that we brought in they played at the collegiate level, and then we signed a couple of high school guys that are extremely talented. So that position right there has got to be better. If it's not, you're not going to win any games. So we put a lot of time, effort into those positions right there, and excited to see them continue to improve. They had a great spring, but they've also had a great summer. So excited to get back on the field with them.
Early this season, you guys had some big tests right out the gate. Tarleton State, week 1, traveling to Lake Charles, and then, of course, that game at Florida in the Swamp, and then even a trip to Lorman, pretty good SWAC team there. Talk a little bit how important it is for your team to get off on the right foot, start the year with some wins.
Well, I think it's extremely important, right? I mean, everybody right now is having their media days and excited about camp fixing to start, and everybody's got, the goals of winning a conference championship, making the playoffs. So, but you got to come out the gate hot, that's for sure. And Tarleton State's a very talented team. They've been, I think they're at the end of their transition period right now, and they're putting a lot of money into that program as well. So that'll be a great test for us right out the gates. And then, like you mentioned, going to Gainesville, that's going to be a great opportunity for us to go down there and talk about it, playing extremely hard for 4 quarters and seeing where the cards fall. But we don't talk a whole lot about our schedule. We're more focused on us one day at a time and then one game at a time. I'm more concerned about the Cowboys right now than anybody else on the schedule. So, and that's the name of the game, right? Don't go beat yourself, and we want to make sure that when we kick off the season that, not only are we fundamentally sound, but we're extremely disciplined team as well.
My final question, Coach, the transfer portal has been a hot topic today. Talk a little bit about your and your staff's approach in terms of balancing the transfer portal with the JUCO circuit and also high school recruiting.
Yeah, like I was saying, we've only got 4 seniors this year, so it was important for us to go out and get some junior college guys that have some playing experience and try to level out our classes. So we're going to have about 29 juniors. We brought in 22 of those 29, and then we got a pretty healthy sophomore and freshman class. But I think you've got to continue to manage that roster through a mixture of junior college, high school, and out of the portal. I don't want to live in and out of the portal. I do believe on always signing a great high school class, and then marrying that with some junior college guys and sprinkling a few transfer guys as you need be. But this upcoming recruiting cycle is going to be a little bit different for us with 4 guys losing their eligibility and graduating. We're not going to have very many scholarships, so it'll be a small class for us.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
You can go ahead and open it up to other questions. You can go ahead and use your raise hand feature and I'll call on you. Go ahead, Jacques.
Hey, Coach, Jacques Duce in Baton Rouge. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of meeting you before. So good morning.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So I've gotten to the age now where Rohan Davies' son is playing college football.
Yeah.
It looks like Micah redshirted a year, played some last year, started to get his feet wet. How's he coming along?
He's doing great. He backed up a really good football player a year ago and played a good bit, but we're expecting great things from Micah. He's had a great off season. The dude can flat out play. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, and you know, he's only going to be a redshirt sophomore for us, but because we are pretty young, you know, we expect him to step up and be more of a leader for us this upcoming season. But we expect great things out of him. He's worked really hard, and I can't wait for him to have a great season.
I guess a broader question, the excitement there at McNeese. I mean, Will Wade's the new basketball coach. Seems like the area is really exploding with, I know you're still recovering from the hurricane, but the casinos and the nightlife and everything. It seems like it's a good place to be. How is that translating to your football team maybe, and the excitement to kind of bring it back to where it was in the 90s and other times?
Yeah, I mean, it is a great place to be. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but you know, it starts here. Our leadership from the top all the way down is aligned, and they want to be very successful, and they're giving us all the resources we need. You know, so it's exciting to bring recruits here, and you know, we don't have anything finished quite yet, but it's exciting to bring recruits here and tell them, hey, look, here's what this new press box is going to look like. Here's what the new locker room is going to look like, which the locker room is going to be done next week. So we're excited about that. And then the community support. I mean, Lake Charles loves their Cowboys, and they're excited about the upcoming season. And you can feel that in the community. And you know, so it's really a great place to be, and it's a great time to be here right now as well, because you know, there's really bright days ahead of us, not just in football but in the athletic department altogether. So I know some might think it's been a difficult sell to recruits and their families because there is still recovery going on, but it's really not. I mean, we are expecting great things here, and we got a lot of cool resources coming into play for us.
I see on your resume you were at Southeastern. That's when they brought back football with Hal Mummy and everything.
Correct.
03, 04. So just this league, the dynamic of all the teams, the Northwesterns, McNeese, Nichols, on down the line, Southeastern, the fact that you guys play each other and have these state rivalries, and it's big to alumni and everything. How important is that to your league?
I mean, very. You know, the conference has changed a little bit from last time I was in it, but it's still a strong conference. You know, you got a lot of these old rivalries, and of course, you know, we call almost every game a rivalry. It seems like, you know, we got Lamar, we got Northwestern, then we got Southeastern. You know, so that kind of cracks me up a little bit. But it just goes to show you there's some historically great programs in this conference. The games are a lot of fun. The parity in this conference is something we talked about earlier with the conference on the interviews here, and you know, it's. We were so close in so many ways last year, and most people don't realize that or can see it. But, you know, so the two teams that went a long way in the playoffs, you know, we were lost to one by a point, and the other one with 8 minutes to go, we were only down 8 points. And, you know, so, you know, we're not that far away, but it's a very strong conference. And, you know, and I think it's proven over the years, if you can get into the playoffs in this conference, you're going to go a couple rounds deep, if not have a shot to win the whole thing.
And I guess last thing, the Baton Rouge area, has it meant a good deal to you in terms of your roster? And I guess this is state altogether, right? I mean, you can find talent.
Yeah. I mean, look, you know, we can, you know, draw a circle around our campus, can go about 3 hours in any direction and have more recruits and talent than we can ever shake a stick at. You know, we got, you know, around 20 local guys. So there's some really good football right in our backyard. And then obviously we've got some guys from all over South Louisiana, and it's pretty easy. We got a lot of talent right down I-10, you know, and, you know, but we're very, very lucky that we live in such a hotbed of recruits. And that's one reason that, you know, I know McNeese will be very, very successful again is our location. Location's everything. And, you know, we talked about how great Lake Charles is, but we're also in an area that's just a recruiting hotbed. So that's why, you know, we're going to have some great days ahead of us.
Thanks, Coach.